This is Carl at National RV Detroit. I'm going to walk you through this 2017 Kodiak Ultralight Hybrid, model 206 ES. Okay, I'm on the door side of the trailer, working towards the rear. Alrighty. So the first thing I tell you is, like all trailer owners and all trailers, you have to inspect the roof at least 3 times a season. Figure once in the spring, once in the fall, or once in the middle of the summer. You go up on the roof. You can walk up there no problem. You go up there and look at all the sealant and see if there's any cracking or separation starting. Sometimes, some year you'll see some, so that has to be touched up. But that's why you're inspecting it, just to make sure that it doesn't need any immediate attention. So that's very important to do that. Okay. Also, when you put your canvas bunk ends, your bunk tents as they call them, in, if you have to put them away wet, as soon as you can open them up and let it completely dry out, do that. So sometimes you have to put them away wet. There's no way to get around it. But you always want to open it up and let them completely dry out as soon as you can. Okay, so let's see here. We got stabilizers here, crank type stabilizers. These are just the low points of your drain, those 2 white valves there. That's for winterizing. Your water heater, the switches to operate it are inside. Okay, I just want to show you that this is the drain right here. So you'll unscrew that drain plug to drain it. All right. You got a power awning, outside speakers. This is the vent for the range hood right here. So if you're going to run the range hood fan, you'll just push these 2 tabs down so this baffle here flaps freely. But if you're not venting, then keep that shut with the tab shut, okay? The only time you're going to open that is when you need to vent the range hood. Alright? While we're here, this is the city water, this is the Freshwater Fill for your onboard freshwater tank. 9 times out of 10 your campground's going to have city water, but sometimes you don't have city water. There'll be no plumbing in the campsite at all, so you can fill this tank ahead of time and use the onboard pump to pump the water. Alright, I'll show you the city water fill on the other side of the trailer when we get there. Also, this is just antenna out and power if you want to put a TV there. Okay, this is just part of your hitch. We'll show you how the hitch works when you pick up your trailer. Alright, so you got 2 20-pound LP tanks that are filled. You have a power tongue jack right here, and then there's a plug up here, just so you know, a rubber plug that you can actually pull out and put your 3/4 inch crank on that and crank it manually if you have to. Alright, deep cycle marine battery. This is your sewer hose right here. Okay. Alright, so let's walk towards the rear here. That is just the service panel for your refrigerator. There's no reason to go in there except for service. These are your dump valves in your city water hookup. So right here, this is the city water hookup. So this is where you'll hook the hose almost always and just turn it on and you got water pressure to the whole trailer. If you're using the onboard fresh water, pumping it out of your tank, you don't have to worry about this, and vice versa. If you're using this, you don't have to think about the pump or the tank or anything. 2 separate things here. Okay, so these are your dump valves. The black one is toilet water and waste. The gray one is sink and shower water. So you're going to put your hose right on here, put the other end in the dump station, of course. Then you're going to dump the black one first. Just because it's toilet water and waste, it's dirtier than the other water. So after that's dumped, you can come over here and pull the gray, and it's just clean or dirty water, so you do that second. Now you can leave your black tank valve open and then hook up your the hose at the dump station right onto here and turn it on, and it's a black tank flush. It'll spray out the inside of your black tank and clean off the sensors really well, so it just cleans it out even better. But like it says on the sticker here, always make sure that this valve, the black valve, is open before you turn the water on. Alright, that's just antenna, or I mean a cable through to the inside of the trailer, and that's a spray port for a quick connect sprayer to hose things down. This is your cord here. It's a 30-foot 30-amp cord. Okay, so let's go in the trailer. This is part of your hitch here, obviously. Okay, so here we are. Let me wipe my feet. It was just cleaned in here. See if I can get them clean. Okay, so this is your monitor panel right here. Alright, so to check your levels, you check your battery, which is charged. Your fresh water has about 1/3 in there. We're water testing it. Your black tank is empty. You only have one black tank, so it shows 2 here, but that's for a different application. You got one black tank, one gray tank. So you check it that way. To use your water pump to pump your water out of your freshwater tank is right here. To light your water heater on gas, it's right here. To light your water heater on electric or fire it up on electric is right here. So keep in mind, you never start your water heater unless you're sure there's water in the tank. That's very important. You never run it dry. Okay, so this is your awning. So you just extend the awning that way. I'm not going to go all the way with it, but I'll just show you. You go like that. You never leave it out unattended. So if you're leaving the campsite, always roll the awning in so you don't have to, you take a chance of it getting damaged by the wind and rain if you leave it out when you're not there. So you always want to bring it in. Your slide room is right here. That's out. You have to go out with it. Okay, so now it's all the way out. And basically that's it on your monitor panel. Alright, so I want to come over here to the radio here / disc player. So you can play discs here obviously, and then you can stream off this USB port here, put all your favorite albums on one stick and take them with you. You can hook up wirelessly with Bluetooth, I believe, on this one. Let me make sure I know what I'm talking about here. Yes. Try to look for the symbol, but I know it does have it, so I don't have to. So there's a lot you can do with it. You can hang a TV here if you choose to. There's some hookups, and there's the hookup for your digital antenna right here. And see, that's actually, see the green light coming off. The green light, if you can see it, is actually the signal booster for the antenna. Okay. This is your antenna right here. You just rotate it like so. You don't go up and down with it. It doesn't go up and down anymore, it just spins, so you can fine-tune it that way. Okay, so this is your range hood I told you about. Remember to free up the baffle so it flaps freely if you're running the fan. Okay, you got a microwave that works like any other microwave. I tell you, this trailer looks like it was barely ever used. It's still solid as a rock and it's clean as can be, so it's definitely like new. So anyway, let me see. I don't know if the gas is turned on here, but we'll find out here. So you're going to turn it on light, then you're going to spark it. It's not. So, but no, don't worry about that. I'll just walk you through it. So you just spark it like this, and it'll light the burners. And there's obviously a knob for each burner, obviously. Let me go that way. Now to light the oven, it's a little bit different. Oh, let me get down here and take a look and see what we're dealing with here. Okay, so you need a lighter, a grill lighter to light this. Now down here, on the bottom, all the way to the back is a pilot light. So you need a grill lighter with a long neck. You'll take the knob for the oven and you'll put it towards pilot, and then you'll depress it and hold it in. Then you'll come down here with your grill lighter and you'll light the pilot light in the back. So once it lights, you're still going to be holding this in. You hold it for another 10 seconds or so till it heats up. Then you go to whatever operating temperature you choose, and it'll cycle like an oven does. But when you shut it off, the flame goes out obviously, but so does the pilot light. So you're going to have to relight the pilot light each time you use the oven. Okay, and that's just your furnace right there, just so you know. Okay, so yeah, so you have to light the oven, or you have to light the pilot light every time you use the oven. All right, all the lights will have a button in the middle to light them up. All right, let me go back over this way. Your table will fold down, and you can set it on these cleats here and make another bed right here. Of course, you have your regular beds there, your fold-out beds. This, let's see what we got here. This is a jackknife, so this sofa will jackknife flat, and you can make another bed out of it. So that's another bed even. This device down here is your power converter. It's right below the refrigerator here. Let me adjust my monitor here. So that's the power converter. What it does, it converts 110 AC to 12 volt DC. So you've got regular household circuit breakers here, and they're all labeled. Then the power is converted over to 12 volt DC on this side, and you've got 12 volt fuses, and they're labeled. So if any of these fuses were to blow, for example, they'll light up and you can see them through this tinted plastic right here. But the main function is to convert 110 AC to 12 volt DC to run all the 12 volt lights and appliances and things like that. Now if you're plugged into shore power, this is also a battery charger, so it'll sense how much energy your battery needs and it'll keep it charged. Alright, so this is your propane detector right here. Let me look at it real close to see the extent of what it does here for 1 second. Yeah, so this will let you know if there's a propane leak. It's green right now. It should always be green. If it goes off, obviously you take everybody outside, shut the gas off, and figure out what's going on. But it always should be green, if not, get it serviced. This is a Norcold gas absorption refrigerator. It's very simple to use. Basically, it's an automatic refrigerator, and because it's gas absorption, it'll run on 110 AC, just regular household power, or it'll run on LP gas. So all you do, basically it's called automatic because electricity always takes parameters over the LP gas. So it always looks for that first. So basically you can turn it on, like right here. Let me shut it off here. You turn it on, and it'll look for LP or look for 110 AC. If it can't find it, it'll switch over to gas. That's always the second choice. If you're, let's say you're hooked up and you're using electricity and you go out for the day on some adventure and you have a power failure back at the campsite. Well, when you come back, it will all have automatically switched over to gas so you don't spoil your food. So it does everything automatic. Okay? That's just your thermostat for your furnace. Sink and shower work like any other sink and shower. This GFCI here, all the plugs in the trailer are wired through a GFCI, so if you're using a coffee pot outside, let's say, and it pops, you reset it here. The only thing to know about this toilet is that you can't use a dryer without chemical. So the bottom line is, when you get into the campsite, you hook up your water and your power, then you'll dump one dose of whatever chemical you use in the toilet, and then you'll stand on this pedal, water will come swirling out, and you'll put about a gallon of water in the tank. So you step on it just for as long as it takes to put about a gallon in. There's no way to tell exactly, you just use common sense. But like I said, you always have to have chemical and a little bit of water in there to use it. Also, you have a shower, or a fan here for the shower. Always run the fan with the shower so you can pull the humidity out. Okay? Alright, so that about covers it. Thanks for purchasing your trailer here at National RV Detroit, and you can learn a lot about it online. This has to be winterized, so you have to learn about bypassing the water heater and that sort of thing if you don't already know, or else have it winterized yourself. Always, like I said, you have to inspect the roof 3 times a season. That's every trailer ever made you have to do that with, so make sure you do yours, and have a lot of fun with it. That's the key. So thank you very much.